mentioned the Dinner with the Gaffigans is raising money for those in the medical community. Obviously, you are coming off a recent, very scary period of your life where the medical community was really helpful to you. Your wife had a brain tumor, and now she's doing great, right?
She's doing great. I mean, it does, following the surgery, she did contract pneumonia, so she's considered in that high risk element. So essentially, as I mentioned earlier, we're on like this double secret quarantine where, we rarely even get food deliveries, but at the end of every day, I will go down and get boxes and empty the garbage. I call that my me time, and then I just come back up and I yell at my children. But it's a pretty scary time, but I think we all have to be vigilant. There's obviously, I might complain, but compared to the sacrifice that, even a delivery person is dealing with is so much more difficult and so much more scary. But it's all right.
This is a scary time for everyone, but there is this sort of collective sense that we're going through it together. I have to imagine a couple of years ago when your wife was going through that must have been really terrifying for your kids.
Yeah. It is interesting because for me, it's very reminiscent of that time period where obviously now the world is shut down. But, when my wife went through this brain surgery, our world shut down. And so the careers canceled, everything, you just focus on the children. You kind of are a morale. I mean, I'm much more of a short order cook at this point and a janitor than what I was when my wife was sick. But it is very reminiscent. And there is part of me that is also very, this is going to sound really corny, but there is something about there's an opportunity for this one-on-one time.
I feel this weird thing that my kids, again, they're 2 and 4, when this is over and hopefully it'll be sooner than later, it'll be jarring for them. Like they're enjoying the fact that they're spending so much time with their parents.
Yeah. There is something about this experience that as a parent is very vital. I mean, I joke around. I'm like, I always said I wanted to spend more time with my kids, and you got to be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
But in a sincere way, there is something. This is going to shape them. Like I look at my children and I think, this is the generation that has encountered an enormous amount of fear, whether it be my teenagers or my 10-year-old, that when I was growing up, I didn't have to deal with that. I mean, there was this kind of fear of a war with Russia, but this is, a very kind of serious, sobering thing that they're experiencing as teenagers, which is fascinating. I think it's making the whole country grow up. Hopefully we're like, okay, we need the adults in charge. We need to listen to science. We need the adults in charge.